Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Viking Conquest. Now, when we left off, we had done a couple of naval battles, we'd taken a look at some of our slave recruitments, and indeed gained a couple of Sphere Elite Vikings, some very good ones, in fact. And now, with our army of 62, we are going to be heading in versus these Swedish Vikings. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to get some of these Sphere Elite Vikings under my command if we are able to knock some of them unconscious. And if we're able to do that, then I think we have a good chance at being able to head back to Reeb and seeing what we can do about, well, potentially going to the assembly and progressing with the story mission. So let us hope that we'll be able to do that. I feel as though most of our companions are pretty well geared right now, or at least I hope so. Some of them aren't, obviously, but I feel as though most of them are, so hopefully we will be able to make that happen. And I'll hopefully be able to also pilot the ship properly this time as well, because beforehand we completely overshot it because I thought that the AI was controlling it, and in actual fact it wasn't. So, we do need to be a little cautious on that. So, let's make sure that we get into a really good docking procedure. Oh dear. Oh, that's better. That's better. Good. Okay, we're doing well. We are doing well. This is very nice. Okay, so, let's see what we can do here. I have my throwing... Okay, what happened? What actually happened there? I have no idea. Okay, I don't know whether I want to know, really. Okay, come on, let's do this. Oh, no. Okay, oh yes, we did some damage. We actually did damage. Who would have thought this? Oh, my goodness. Okay, come on. Take him down. Yeah, 37. Another 30 damage? Really? Okay. Wow, I'm actually doing damage with throwing weapons. Who would have seen the day? Well, not me. There we go. We did it. Excellent. I completely carried our team to victory. Yes, of course I did. Okay, so we lost 5 units. Unfortunately, we did lose 1 Sphere Warrior and 1 Veteran, but that is not too bad. That's actually okay. And we gained 6 wounded. And we also have the ability to add one of their ships to our fleet. So I suppose we will. And we'll capture 6 of those guys. And that will be very nice to see. So then we can take some of the loot. Some of these aren't really that good. And there we go. Oh. Ah. Oh. Okay. A little bit of noises there from me, but as you can see, Egil says, I just wanted to tell you that Brunhild may be a rough sort, and I'll venture a complete drunkard as well, but I'm proud to call him my companion. Based on how he did in that fight. Okay, I think that is a little bit of a rough patch right there. I don't think we really need to take too much notice of that. Oh my goodness. Yes, so, other than that, I think what we want to do is head back to Reeb, without further ado, and we will see what we can do about progressing the story mission. And if we come across any units... Oh, no. Let's resist the urge, shall we? Let's resist the urge, just in case. Norwegian Vikings again. They're trying to tempt me into battle. Should I do it? Should I do it? Oh, I've got a bad feeling about it, but... Wait a minute. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's go. Let us chase them down. And see if we can actually get into action with them. Yes, there we are. Thank you very much. So, 54 versus 22... Should be good, but yeah, we're only going at 3 speed, 4 speed. We are slowly gaining in speed though, so I suppose that's okay. There is little wind, so I suppose we do have to use our oars. And we do need to be a little bit cautious here, because of course they do have multiple boats. And throwing our javelins into the ocean is probably not a good idea, but I'm going to hopefully get there soon. Wow, why do our companions always get there first? We really need to see if we can do some changes to that, because really, don't want them to take too much damage, do we? That's terrible, to lose them for nothing. Okay, come on, let's see if we can actually turn around here. We need to turn to the right. Aha, take these guys out. There we are. Okay, so let's get into melee combat this time around. Come on, take this guy out. Yeah. That's what you get, fellow. Take him down. Take this one down as well if I potentially can. If the spearman will not get in my way. Take out that one as well. Excellent. And now let's see what we can do about taking these guys out as well. They are blocking very, very nicely against us, but thankfully enough our sword was able to deal the damage and take him down. Now, as you can probably see, we actually just had a bunch of people drown. Now, I'm actually refusing to believe that Vikings at that time did not know how to swim, or at least float. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but yeah, a little bit of a bug, gotta say, which is a little unfortunate. I really hope that those things will be fixed soon. Come on, take him out. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so now what's going on over there? Oh. Something not too good. Okay, we're gonna have to pilot this. Yes, we're going to have to steer this ship over there and see what we can do. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This kind of thing, definitely not the greatest to ever happen. Especially when they are dealing so much damage and they have so many throwing weapons. No! Why do they have why do they have so many throwing weapons? Oh, wow, we actually took someone out. Who would have thought it? Okay. Okay, so now, let's move round. No, move to the left. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We have our warrior archers coming in here and helping us out rather considerably. Now, wait a minute. Is there any other units to fight? Oh, there's actually another enemy boat coming in. Is that their form of reinforcements? That's rather strange. Okay, well, I am very pleased to see that there are still units here. Unfortunately, I am on one of the smallest boats, and as you can probably tell, it is incredibly slow, so I'm probably going to have to let my other forces deal with this, which is quite unfortunate. I really wanted to be able to do that myself, but it appears they will have the honor of taking them out. Maybe? Yeah, probably. And there we go. Okay, so I'm unsure as to how many we were actually able to knock out here, so let's take a look. Now, we did lose quite a few of our Sphere warriors and 2 of our veterans as well, but I don't think that will make too much difference, because we can hopefully, as you see here, 12 minor wounded, we can hopefully try to persuade them to join us, or if they don't, then of course we can just sell them, but yeah, I think it would be quite good. And now, what I'm actually going to be doing is exchanging some of these javelins, or shall we say heavy throwing spears. I'll probably use these ones. Yes, the heavy ones. And I'm going to be replacing them with a long war spear, as I think that might actually be quite cool to use. Hopefully we can use it rather effectively. And there we go. Thank you very much. So, without further ado, we will now head down to the port of Reeb, and we will see if we are eligible to complete the quest and go over to the assembly. And it appears that Haraldsson has won the... he's won the tournament at Dorstad. Well, that's actually not too nice, is it? He was our opponent, after all. So, yeah, let's just go over to Reeb as quickly as we can. Hopefully... Where are we? Oh, my goodness. That's one thing that's quite irritating, I have to admit. As you can see, the game chugs like nothing else when you are fast traveling, and I would really like to just have a really smooth fast travel, but unfortunately not going to be the case this time around. So I think I will cut away, and once we have arrived at Reeb, I will cut back. Okay, we are now coming into the port of Reeb, and we are a little bit short, I have to admit. We are only 48 strong, but I hope that will actually rectify itself once we have recruited more of our prisoners, or at least hopefully recruited our prisoners here. Now, we are going to be losing quite a lot of morale for that particular functionality, so I'm really hopeful that we'll be able to... Wow, when am I ever going to be able to sell this? It's going to be impossible, isn't it? 34,000? How am I ever going to sell it to anyone? Okay, well, whatever the case, we'll be selling this. And we'll sell this as well. Sell some of these tunics. And I think we could probably sell these throwing spears. And should I buy something? Should I buy like a battle standard or something? Because if I buy an army standard right here, that's 1,000. And wait a minute. Which is better? Oh, I suppose the army standard is better, but yeah, we could give this to Brunhild, you see. We could give this to Brunhild, and she could increase our morale during battle, because she's not going to be doing much fighting, or at least I usually keep her off at the back so that she doesn't die, because obviously medicinal qualities, we do need the medicinal qualities quite a lot, so Yeah, then we can probably sell more things. Oh, okay, that's actually not going to work, but whatever the case, we have bought now a rather nice banner, I have to admit, so hopefully that will be fine. And now we just want to repair our ships as much as we can. Now, the only unfortunate thing is, we are going to have to, going to have to spend quite a lot to repair this, but it's a third ship, or shall we say a fourth ship, and we have a fleet capacity of 80 now, which is actually pretty nice. So I thought, well, why not? We may as well. And let's see what we can do here. Anyone needing to level up? No, they do not. So, let us give her the army standard. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, can you not use this with a shield? No, it's a two-handed. Okay, so we'll give her that, and we'll see whether she uses it in battle. I still want her to have the sword and shield, just in case, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it works, because the AI is probably going to choose the sword and the shield over the battle standard, which is probably not going to be the greatest thing ever, but suppose it's going to be fine. Hopefully it's going to be fine. So let us recruit our prisoners. 3 Vikings. Okay, 3 Vikings only. I was hoping for a little more than that. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That is fine. That's not too bad. And we can also now head into the tavern at Reeb, and hopefully we'll be able to find a slave. I was really hoping that was a slave trader. He looked like a slave trader as well, apart from the bow on his back, which I had not seen beforehand. That's unfortunate. Okay, what about strolling through the... Oh my goodness, so much mist! I'm hoping that there's going to be a slave trader at the docks, but I have no idea where the docks are right now. Oh dear. Okay. I think it might be over here. That's good. Okay, so we can head over here, and hopefully the slave trader will be in a similar position to how he was before. Who is that over there, though? That's a physician, of course, and an old sea captain. Now, I'm hoping that the slave trader is going to be on the docks over in this direction. And I think what I'll do is I'll actually cut away here. I don't think this is him. I think this is the portmaster, as well as the mayor. Am I correct about that? No, that's just a freeholder. That is the portmaster, and that's a fisherman. But I think over there, I think that guy over there is the slave trader. So I'll cut away really fast while I run over to him. Okay, excellent. We have gained the ability to now sell. I've brought some prisoners. Okay, and they do sell for a good amount of cash by the looks of things. So, let us sell these monks for 48 each. We'll sell these Sphere Elite Vikings for 152 each. And, whoa, these guys are going to give us a huge chunk of money. 13,000. Excellent. Okay, so there we go. Now we have gained 3,000 from that, so we're back up to 13,000. Pretty good. And now let's just make sure we know where the king is. Oh my. Okay. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is head back to our refuge and draw out quite a few of our units. I really do want to make sure that we have a good enough army just in case some of these guys decide to attack us. So, let's get some more warrior archers right here. Veteran slave hunters. Slave drivers as well. Let's get some freeholders. Frisian warriors. And shall we get some of these freedmen as well? Why not? Just to fill out a few of our army's capacity there. Not too bad. Okay, so we just need to find the king. So where is he? Well, he's usually patrolling around Reeb, so if I stay around here, he should turn up every so often. I don't think he's ever left Denmark itself, so I think we'll be okay. So without further ado, let us wait here for some time, and we will see. Oh! 3 Vikings have escaped from your party during the night. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I'm really quite disappointed now. Okay. Well, can't really do anything about that, I suppose. It's just one of those things, and I'm very hopeful that King Horic will turn up. And we lose 1,100, 1,200 almost in pennies from our weekly wage right there. And I think I'm actually going to go searching for him, which is probably not a good idea. So I think what I might do instead is go into the hall and see if we can ask his wife. Oh. He does not have a wife by the looks of things. He does have an Odin priest called Gothy in his little pantry there, so oh my, we don't really want to know what's going on there, do we? But it appears I will have to find him. Okay, so it appears the one thing I was missing all along is the fact that they were in a feast at Vjorbjorg, by the looks of things. So we are going to be taking a gander at King Horic himself and speaking to him about our assembly woes. And we'll see what he has to say for himself. Now, this guy does actually have 400 units. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see here. Yes, about the task you gave me. I am still working on it. What? Okay, Ulf will not testify. Aha! Okay, here we go. Oh, this is excellent. Okay, so it appears this is what we need to do. Did you improve your relations with the Jarls of my kingdom? I suppose so, but I do believe one is missing from this? Oh, Sigurd. Of course, Sigurd is missing from this, but yeah. I did what I could. Well, frankly, I'm surprised at how effective you've been. When you're ready for the assembly, let me know. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I think I am probably ready to go to the assembly. Let's do it. I see. So now everything is in the hands of the gods. The assembly lasts several days. I recommend you take advantage of these days to gain popularity and reputation with the people of this country. I'll send a messenger as soon as your presence is required. Be ready. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Okay, well, yep, let's do our best. Unfortunately, I have no idea how we're going to be improving our standing with anyone. So, wait, let's just take a look here. Seems that everything is ready for your trial. King Horic will send a messenger to warn you as soon as your presence is required. Perhaps that means I just have to wait. Because I not particularly want to do any tasks for villages. I mean, if I can actually say that, because I've done enough tasks for the Jarls, that's for sure. Okay. Well, let's just see here. I don't want to really attack any thieves. I think I'm probably going to be cutting away, and I'll wait for some time at Reeb once again. And hopefully, once they have made up their minds about the assembly, then we will be attending it. Okay, so we have actually gained a potential option here, and I actually do not know why he's asking me, because I'm not actually a vassal of the Kingdom of Denmark. As you can probably know, we are just a mercenary, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, King Horic is wishing to select a new marshal and invites his council, Jarl Sigurfried Angantason, as well as Jarl Sigurd, are the likely candidates. I'm going to be selecting Sigurfried, I do believe. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, I see, we're just seeing this. Oh, okay, so Helgi is giving his support to our friend, as well as Guthrum. Ah, what? That's weird. Okay, Halfdan is actually not giving his support to his own family. As you can see, they both have the same last name, so... wow, that's pretty impressive. And Jarl Bagsek, no! Jarl Bagsek is our friend. He wants Sigurd. Whom do you wish to support? Well, of course, we're going to say the friendly guy. There we go. That's exactly what we want to see. Has heard his vassal's counsel. He selects Jarl Sigurfried as the Marshal of the Kingdom of Denmark. Excellent. Isn't it amazing that we were the casting vote? That's pretty cool. Okay, I like that. And without further ado, I will once again be fading into the void until the assembly has called us. Okay, so I am unsure whether this is actually the quest telling me to go over here to Reeb, but I don't think so somehow. I feel as though this is just a regular feast, but we'll see. As it says, and invites you to be part of this august assembly. Yes, not entirely sure about that, but we will try. We will try it out, and we'll see what is going to go down here. So, let's head into the Lord's Hall. I don't think this is actually going to be anything that we need to worry about. Yeah, about the task you gave me, I am still working on it. I am still working on it because you haven't sent me the message. And it's been 10 days. It's actually been 10 in-game days. I've been waiting for so long. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, hopefully once these vassals head in, they might actually send word for me, hopefully. If not, then I may have to do a little bit of episode ending here, which would not be great. I really did not want to do that. I wanted to continue as long as I could so that we could catch up a little bit on our story. And yeah, as you can see, we're actually gaining a rather significant amount of money, or at least we're losing it, but we're still gaining a rather nice amount from the mercenary wages. Now, aha! Here we go. Okay, thank you. That took quite a while, did it not? A messenger approaches, beating his horse. He stops in front of you, takes a breath, and shouts, "My King Horic of Denmark invites you to the assembly being held near Reeb. Since it is going to be about your complaint with Sven Bullneck and Sigur, you must go soon, or the judgment of the assembly will go against you." The messenger then kicks his mount and rides away. Okay, let's head in then. Without further ado, let us head in. And we'll see what that actually entails. I'm pretty sure it's going to be this. I hope it's going to be this, at least. Okay, where is the king himself? Is he there? There he is. Hello. Okay, about the task you get... I'm still... What? Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe we need to speak to Sigur? Okay. I actually do not know. I actually do not know. It says go to Reeb, does it not? Does it not say go to... You must go quickly to Reeb and near Reeb, lest they decide against you. What? Near... Oh! Oh, I'm blind. My apologies. My apologies. Let us head in to the actual assembly. That would help, wouldn't it? In a setting reminiscent of times past, when men lifted huge rocks to venerate their dead or glorify their gods, meets the assembly. As you approach, you hear more clearly hundreds of voices, distinguish the tents and smell the food from the merchant stands. The assembly, or the thing, is not just a meeting where issues are discussed and judgments are made, but also an event where people around go to exchange news or sell their products. Aha. Thank you very much. Okay, so... Aha, okay, so we can head over this way. I was thinking that I may have had to wait until the feast was over for King Horic to be here, but hopefully he's just come here now, so that would save us a great deal of time, because I've been waiting here for about 15 minutes off screen, which is, I gotta say, pretty, well, I wouldn't say annoying, but I'd say it's not incredibly good. Now, oh goodness me, Egil says, "Sir, you must hurry to join the king. Follow me." Okay, I'm following you, thank you very much. Sigur shouts, "I have more than 800 men ready to go to England and support my brothers." King Horic says, "Sigur, we don't prevent the embarking of these men. In fact, we are unhappy that they have not already left." "These men will embark when they have a proper leader. Guthrum was not to be their leader. Their leader was to be my brother, Olvir Whitehair, but was killed." The thing has begun. Approach King Horic. I hope it's not all going to be in these messages, because they are way too fast for anyone to read, or at least for me to speak out loud. Aha, there we are. "Hello, Borgar." He looks worried. "Why have you been so long in coming? Sigur is looking strong." Yeah, but I was, well, in Reeb, talking to you. A little bit. "I came as soon as I got your message." I had to resolve some issues, but still I arrived on time. Yes, there we are. I don't want to blame him, of course. "No matter. I think they are also awaiting your arrival, which means that maybe I should not have sent for you. I suspect they have some ploy to launch. Sigurd has complained of 800 men who cannot board because I will not let him lead them. That much is true, because I propose that Guthrum lead them. The problem is that Guthrum some days ago suffered the misfortune to have been killed on his farm." Really? Herseer Guthrum is dead? No. They accuse outlaws and criminals of burning down his house whilst he was hosting a feast inside. I think that it was Sven Bullneck, the prowl man of Sigurd's hand, who did it, but I have no evidence or witnesses. Everything and everyone was burned with the house. So the situation is quite serious. Since Guthrum's dead, Sigur is pushing hard to gain control of those 800 men, and I fear he wishes to use them to take my throne. Let's see what happens. Harold seems tense. His features hardened and eyes watchful. He protects his lord as close as his shadow. Greetings, Borgar. Sven Bullneck has permission to speak to the assembly now. Let's see what that rat has to say. Silence. Let's see what that snake has to say. Sven Bullneck appears to be a determined man, confident and seemingly a born leader. He is tall and strong and possesses a strong voice. At long last you see him face to face. He looks just as your mind remembers him, as he attacked the Wodenrick and kidnapped your mother. Finally, right before you is the man who has so damaged you. Men of Denmark, you know me. When I was little more than a child, I was with Ragnar when he sacked Francia with 120 ships and more than 4,000 men, an adventure that the Skalds still relate. I am the man who led 400 Vikings in West Siax, the strongest kingdom in England, to obtain great fame and wealth. So men fear me across Frise, England, and Francia, but rightfully respect and love me here in Denmark. I had a brother, Olvir Whitehair, a better man than me, a man of honor, loved by the gods in prime of his life. But he was murdered, and his murderer is protected by the king. I have never demanded anything of the assembly, but now I call for justice. Is it right that his murderer be here among us, or that a king protect evil in this land? Shall murderers be allowed to go unpunished? Sven Bullneck has tears in his eyes as he points with an accusing finger at you. Ejor whispers, "It's what we expected. They use you to attack King Horic and undermine his authority." One judge near the big rock looks first at Sven and Jarl Sigurd, then at you and King Horic. Then he speaks. "Everyone knows your worth, Sven, and the feats you've done in your past, but your words seem to indicate that a king could support a murderer. This charge is very grave. The assembly shall now listen to King Horic's response." Sven insults me. I have never protected, nor will ever protect a murderer. If that was what I was doing, it would be in ignorance. Borgar Bertild came to me for protection as a free man, and I gave it to him after he proved his worth. The story he told me about the death of Olvir Whitehair is quite different. Now, it is time for the accused to speak on this matter. Oh my goodness. You decide to appeal to the crowd's sympathy by mentioning your mother's kidnapping, or you think it is better to describe events without mentioning your mother's kidnapping? Okay. Let's do that. My name is Borgar Bertild, and I'm no murderer. Olvir's death was self-defense. I was at Ulf's farm waiting for Sigurd's messenger when instead came Olvir Whitehair, who attacked me. Olvir was mortally wounded during the battle and died. We have heard both parties. It is time to call the witnesses. Ejor comes forward before the judges. I am Ejor. You all know me here, and may the gods damn me if I lie. I was at Ulf's farm when Olvir Whitehair came. My father, King Horic, is always concerned about what happens in this land. He compelled me to travel with Borgar. Olvir Whitehair came with many men. I swear it was he who started the fight. Olvir died a good death, but he was the one who caused the melee. Borgar isn't guilty of murder. The judges nod at the words of Ejor. This makes your situation improve before your eyes. The judges confer among themselves for a moment, and then the spokesman speaks. We have heard from a witness. Thank you, Ejor. Sven Bullneck, do you have any witnesses? I had an important witness, Ulf, but he has not come to the assembly. Another man told me how my brother was killed, but he will not testify in this case. We would like to hear from the Jarls in attendance. What are your opinions? In my opinion, Borgar is guilty of murdering. Oh no! Oh, Jarl Bagsek, why did you do this to me? I do not have enough information to assess for or against. He doesn't have enough information. In my opinion, Borgar is innocent. Thank you, Guthrum. He's not murdered. He's got 60 relation with us. The judges confer among themselves for a long time, and then the spokesman speaks. Invoking the wisdom of Odin, we are ready to give a verdict. I, Sigurd, son of Ragnar, ask permission to speak, because this case is nothing more than a branch of a big tree, and a branch may hide the real problem. Speak then, Jarl Sigurd, son of Ragnar, whose memory we all cherish, and who awaits us among the hosts of the gods, preparing for Ragnarok. Sigurd steps forward, attracting everyone's attention. He is a respected and feared man, and the shadow left by his father is still long. When my father was alive, this assembly of free men would not have had much consideration for a bandit who had killed a good man like Olvir. But times change, or rather, some men have caused that change, and now this thing, this assembly, is but a toy in the hands of a king. That man, Borgar Bertild, is only a pawn of larger forces. While Sigurd continues his speech, Harold approaches King Horic, his face tense and his voice soft. My king, Sigurd, Snake in the Eye, is not here to deal with Borgar Bertild. He wants you. He wants the throne, as we feared. Egil moves his hand nervously, his forehead beaded with sweat. Father, we should cut short Sigurd's speech. Borgar must admit his guilt and be punished by the assembly to end this ploy now. He must be sacrificed or you may lose your throne. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Egil. Sigurd is a shrewd man. He would not openly attack you in the assembly if he did not have the upper hand. Let's see. I am inclined to actually go with fortitude here. We will be allowed to reply to Sigurd and can trust in the justice of the assembly. The assembly's decision will rest on the position of power between parties, hence we must not do anything that would cost us the respect of the assembly. The balance of power is very delicate, and here the Jarls are very important. We need to see what Sigurd has against us. Sigurd's face seems imperturbable. Really? Imperturbable? Is that it? Imperturbable? Oh my goodness. Really? They used that word? Okay. Well, imperturbable. Imperturbable? Yeah, I suppose that is it. Imperturbable. Yeah, right. Okay, have a good laugh about that, that's for sure, I will. Even the movements of his body are fully controlled, even as he releases a speech that is able to dethrone a king. Sven had a witness, Ulf Thorisson, who would have agreed that Olvir was murdered, but King Horic sent Borgar to the Ulf's farm, and Sven lost his best witness. I had another man, Atli Eiriksson, very faithful and dear to me, to whom I entrusted the mission of protecting something important to me for this assembly, but King Horic sent Borgar to kill him. Everyone starts talking at the words of Sigurd. A lot of tension fills the air. Finally, the judges ask for calm. King Horic's face is livid. Sigurd Ragnarsson, you talk a lot, insult and offend my honor, but you lack evidence or witnesses. This will not end well for you. Let him finish. All of us here want to know what is happening. I just defend my honor. Yes, he has the right and permission to speak. If he proves what he speaks of, it may be time to change the kingship. King Horic is a good king. You'd better be able to prove this, Sigurd. Everything will come in due time. But first, I want to continue with my assertion that the problem is much bigger than we think. 800 Vikings are ready to embark to England in aid of my brothers. We could have been talking about more than 1,200 men, for the Jarl of Kenema promised me more than 400. But King Horic sent Borgar to Fries to sabotage this treaty. As if that were not enough, the king then proposed that Guthrum lead these men, when I was the one that made all efforts to gather them and get the boats and provisions. Sigurd Ragnarsson, your accusation is very serious. Do you have any evidence or witnesses who can confirm what you say? Yes, there is a man who has travelled with Borgar all that time. who is among us right now. No! I knew it! No! Okay, well, of course, we somewhat knew it because people kind of spoiled it in the comments, but yeah, there's nothing I can do about it, which kind of makes the knowledge a little bit useless, but his name is Reginald, and he is a servant of the Jarl of Kenema. Cannot believe it. Reginald, approach. Do you confirm that the words of Sigurd Ragnarsson are true? Reginald seems uncomfortable when all eyes turn to him. He especially tries to avoid your eyes. Well, yes, right. I met Borgar in Fries when he tried to gain the trust of the Jarl of Kenema by killing Theodred, a person that I loved. Then he betrayed the Jarl of Kenema and came to Denmark, where he has pursued Sven and Sigurd as he hates them as enemies. So Olvir and Atli were killed and he allied with King Horic. I swear it is the truth. Egill suffers a nervous attack and shouts, Reginald, why? Reginald looks down and speaks quietly.